There you go. Boom. Finished. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another Ink with Inkstructor. I'm the Inkstructor, and today we're going to be doing some shading on this piece. I'm very excited, considering we've been working on this for like 2 days, but I am excited to get into some shading. We're going to be doing some like stipple type shading. I got some stippler brushes that I've been wanting to play around with, so let's dive right into the drawing. Here we have the finished tiger from yesterday. It was a lot of fun to finish inking this. We can kind of look at that time lapse real quick. So this is kind of a recap from yesterday's drawing session. We had some nice clean ink lines over the sketch. Decided to do some hatching style stripes instead of solid blacks to give it kind of like a gradient, give it some flavor, man. But we're also gonna play around with some like sprayish type of shading as well. Overall, I feel we did a great job, but still work to be done. Can't leave it here. So I'm gonna start off with the nose. Here we have these Stipple Studio from True Grit Texture Supply. We have the Stipple Studio spray stipplers. We're gonna be using the fine one. I really like it when it comes to kind of like that authentic like airbrush feel. It's kind of the style I wanna go for. I wanna go for a more stipply type of shading. So my goal here is to have sharp edges, hard edges, and then gradiate into kind of like bounce light, kind of like how a tattoo artist would do it. So I'm gonna start with the nose here, and we're just gonna play around, see how we can get this to look pretty good. In classic Inkstructor fashion, I did it on the actual ink layer. Man, I am the worst. Let's do a Now we're actually doing it on the right layer. I'm shading on the layer underneath to keep the line on top of the shading. So if I go outside the lines, it'll be all right because the actual line is on top of it. And my goal here is to just make the sharp edge on the top and then have it fade out. I'm also going to turn the eraser into the same brush. That way, if I feel like I went too low, we could just use the same brush to kind of create that smoother gradient until you're happy with it. I actually really love that. These brushes are the best, man. If you don't have True Grit texture brushes in your Procreate library, you are missing out. You can achieve so much texture. Even the paper texture that you see is True Grit as well. I'm just gonna do the areas that I know I wanna shade first. Right. These areas here. Trying to think like a tattoo artist, man. I really am. How would I shade this thing? Maybe I'll even turn this into a shirt. You know what I mean? Take the design and actually put it on a t-shirt or something, so it doesn't go to waste. If this was on a shirt, would you wear it? I think I would. Go to the gym with the tiger. I had the tiger. Maybe that would be something that I'll explore as well. Maybe some text to frame the whole thing, bring it all together. How do I want to shade this tooth? I feel like if I take this tooth right, I'm gonna separate this part. And we're gonna create that, right? Something like that. And then here, I'll just add some light shading. Fire. Yeah, that's good. I like that. It's funny because like when I'm shading it up close, it looks like really pixely, but when you zoom out, it looks all right. Let's make it a little more subtle. Add that sharp edge on this side as well. Sometimes you just have to like stamp it. You don't even have to like actually put a lot of pressure. So a little bit of stamping can do a lot as well. I know I have some hatching here, but I'm also gonna add some of that stipple shading just to kind of keep it consistent. Let's see. So because this is a cone, right, we have to think about the shape. Let me actually do freehand. This is round, so we'll keep dark down here. We could like gradiate it. I'm really trying to like think about the form, right? When you're shading, you want to make sure that you're shading the form correctly and following the contours and making sure that it feels natural, that the lighting is consistent. So just stamp some of that. These middle teeth, because they're out, I might have to shade them from the bottom, right? We'll do something like this. Right, we're gonna like kind of stamp that shade and then towards the bottom, make it a little darker. I'm not even like actually swaying, I'm just kind of stamping it. And then we'll use that eraser to kind of clean up some of that. Then we're gonna go back here, trying to work in sections. Let's work on the mouth because this is underneath the top lip of the tiger. It's gonna have that shadow. Same thing here. It really sucks that I can't do symmetrical and have to do this all individually. Light pressure, just really light. Much better. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Now, for the gums, I'm just gonna kind of give it all an even tone. We're gonna play around with the separation of all this stuff, so don't worry. We'll clean it up. Add the highlights after. Trying to keep it all one even shade because this is kind of outside of the mouth. We're gonna shade it a little lighter. We also have to think of the materials, right? That's very important when shading as well. Obviously metal's very reflective, so what I'll do is shade this black. I'll erase the bottom here because it's coming out of the nostril. I want to add some. Do it again on the other side. Really quickly, we're going to use our whole arm to get this smooth curve. Build up that value. I'm going to clean up this side right here. Want that smooth gradients. Starting from this whisker as well, where we're looking at this. We'll do that again. Build up that value here in the corner and then right under the nose ring. I'm gonna hit this tooth. Same idea. We just want to use that light pressure. Dude, this is so fun. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Add some shading to this. Build up those values. Got to make sure it looks good on both sides because I'm not able to do any, we're not able to do any shading like symmetrically, so I'm kind of like in the zone. Yo, Pete, what's good? What's good? My goat. What's going on, brother? Let me get a sip of water. Let me hydrate. Thank you for pulling up. Appreciate you, bro. We're gonna keep that even shading. Yes, sir. Hope all is well, mate. Everything looks amazing as usual. Appreciate you, bro. Yes, everything is good. Thank God. Trying to learn new skills. Kind of think like a tattoo artist. I'm thinking about it, man. I think I'm gonna start tattooing. I don't know yet. But learning tattoo style designs isn't a bad thing. I feel like it's the perfect transition from pen and ink, in my opinion. Yo, Daniel, what's good? What's going on, man? Thank you for pulling up. I think if you're an artist, man, you gotta be on top of your health. You gotta be able to move around. Look at how long I'm in this chair, you know what I mean? Like, if I didn't work out, bro, my back problems, I think that was a big thing for me, like my back problems. I was always having lower back pain, constantly felt like low energy. It just wasn't good. Eat healthy too. I think a lot of people get that mistaken as well. It's not just the gym and lifting weights, but also like what you eat. I don't have the cleanest diet, but I definitely got away from the sugary and the sweets and a lot of fried foods. I don't eat anymore. I used to eat a lot of pork, man. I barely touch pork unless it's like bacon. I love bacon, man. But for the most part, I really rarely eat that stuff anymore either. Notice how I'm keeping the light consistent. These are creases, so I gotta make sure they feel like it. And then right here, we'll soften that edge. Getting that shadow underneath the eyebrow right there, and then we'll soften it up as we go away from it. I'm gonna line it up right here. Then we'll erase some of this. Good, good, good. Now to select the other side. Sheesh, look at that boy. This is definitely different from what I usually do. Usually I do like short videos, but I'm trying to get into live streaming, man. Trying to really build up my YouTube as well. I feel like really slacked on my YouTube last year. I got to 3K subs, but I never did anything with it. You know what I mean? So this year I'm really trying to make the most out of YouTube. No, I'm live. I got the chat. My girl's like, "Are you on the phone?" I got a chat, yo. What, you thought I was on the boring stream? Nah, shout out to the people chatting, dog. Give it up. Pete says, "If you tattoo, you'll become a millionaire. Mark my words." And I'm looking forward to seeing the step after the next step. So that's the thing, right? Like, let's say I do get into tattooing. Bro, if I get into tattooing, I already know how to teach. I've had like experience teaching. I've been drawing for so long. I can teach new tattoo artists how to draw. I need to learn the tattoo technique. I need to learn how to actually, you know, do the tattoo art. But so maybe as a tattoo artist and then into a tattoo teacher, apprentices, and do apprenticeship programs, charge people, workshops. Man, the opportunities literally are endless. It's incredible, bro. I think that's what a lot of people get confused, right? They think, "Oh, I just have to tattoo." No, you can take it wherever you want, man. The internet is insane. And what I did last year got to 1,000 to 200,000 in a year. Just focused. I feel like I didn't monetize as much as I could have. But that's all right, man. It's not always about the money, yo. It's learning. Just learn the craft, respect the craft, and it'll bless you, bro. Whatever it is. Respect the craft. That's what it's all about. Learn. Always be a student. Never think you're done learning. I'm never done learning. I love doing this stuff. I've tried everything, man. Graphic design, animation, sketching, pen and ink, painting. I actually have a painting. Let me see. Unfinished painting over there in the corner. Let me see. You can see it over there in the corner. Can I zoom in over there? You can see it over there. Unfinished as fuck. Just chilling. This new camera setup, though. Can we give it up for the new camera setup? Ooh, got the zoom and everything. Dude, this is legit. I did it a while ago, but what are we thinking, though? How's this looking? I think the shading looks pretty legit. All right, we have to remember, too, this is like a sphere. So when shading it, I know you can't really erase when tattooing, so I'm kind of cheating myself, but all good. I feel like I didn't shade enough of this side. Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, when you got the clear, sharp edge. Good. Making progress, making progress. Whew. Shading is something else, bro. It's a different beast. I've already been looking at a few tattoo machines too. I've been looking at the Dragon Hawk Fold Pro. Has a bunch of different settings. It's a pen style machine, so it's accessible for beginners, but I see a lot of pros use it, like real pros. So it's like I'll still be able to use it once I have some skills. I think that's important. Something that I'll still be able to use even after the beginner phases of it. And once you get comfortable with a tool, you can really master that tool. I think I can erase some of that. This is so nitpicky, but I really don't have to go this hard. But yeah, I've been looking at different stuff because there's different type of machines. There's like coil machines that run for like thousands of dollars, you know, but as a beginner, it's like, I don't think I need that. Pen style machine will do just fine. And it, like I said, it's still usable at a high level. So I think that'll be the move. But if you look at the Inkmaster guys, they have like a certain machine for certain lines. So like if I have a thin line, they'll pull out a whole new machine and it's like super thin needle, or they want a thicker line to have like 9 needles on the thing. I don't know. It's crazy. I've been looking at the stuff. I'm like, it's a lot to learn, but it's exciting. I think I thrive in an environment where I don't know a lot, because then I get inspired. You know, I think the inspiration is what drives me to do stuff. When I'm not really comfortable with something, I go into that mode of like, I'm going to learn it, I'm going to practice, and I'm going to keep practicing until I actually get good at it. That's why I was so motivated in the gym, because I didn't know what I was doing, right? You get in the gym, you don't know what you're doing, but you learn. Same with drawing. It's all about being consistent. All right, so we're going to shade this earring. I'm going to add some shading behind this ear. Separate it. Again, we're looking at the other side, trying to shade it equally. I'm doing it without the symmetry mode this time. Kind of training my eye to be a little bit more attentive. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying the stream. Trying to stay entertaining while also drawing, because man, drawing can get pretty lonely too. Like, I'm usually in my studio by myself, so I think this is a good way to kind of build a connection with the people who actually enjoy my work. You know, it's not just a faceless Instagram post. I feel like that was where I really really messed up last year, where I was just kind of a faceless Instagram. It brought me to like crazy heights, but anytime I tried to get personal with my followers, it either resulted in them unfollowing me or like, you know, the post doing really bad. So it's like, that type of shit is discouraging too. It's like, damn, I'm trying to like be cool and relatable, and people are just like, nah, we're here for the faceless stuff. And that's not how I want to do it, man. Like, I want to be present. I want to be a part of my own brand. I don't want to be like too like almost like a robot, you know? That's what it started to feel like, at least. It started to feel like I was like a robot. And once you start feeling like a robot, man, it's over. People are gonna look at you like a robot. They're gonna expect you to perform like a robot. They're gonna expect formulaic stuff. Anytime you experiment, they're gonna say, what happened? It's not what we like, blah, blah, blah. So it's like, can't really win, man. So might as well just make your own way. So at the end of the day, bro, like, you are the creator, and you know, people that like you will consume your content because they like you, not because you're some performer or like a robot, man. Like, take pride in your work. Shouldn't be scared to be personal with your work or be vulnerable with it. I feel like that's what stops a lot of people from creating too. They don't see the results. Once they start to be vulnerable, people start to get uninterested. You got to make them interested. You got to make them want to hear your story. And you know, that idea of just being too formulaic, not only is being formulaic boring, but you become predictable. And when you become predictable, people know what's coming. And you could either go two ways. Either people know what's coming and they come back and they love what you do, which is something that you do successfully, right? After you build your brand, like let's say I'm doing these lives, people know what these lives will consist of after a while. Like, oh, I know he's going to draw and mess around. I know it's not going to be nothing like too serious. I can come chill and enjoy it. But other people will be like, oh, I'm used to your Instagram posts. I'm not used to you doing your lives. I'm out of here. So you are what you create. You create your own reality at the end of the day. Like, bro, if you want to do something, do it, and do it in the most unpredictable way possible. Just be unpredictable. Once you become too formulaic, people get uninterested either way. So might as well be in control of it and just say, fuck it. Like, whatever. Because I remember when my post went viral last year, right? When I really blew up. And I was getting millions of views a week. Why? Because I did a series. I did a series of videos. I can actually show you. Let's show you real quick. I'm gonna go on my Inkstructor page so you can kind of see when the page actually took off. So I did this best sketching exercise. Focus. Right? I did the best sketching exercise series. Views, 244,000 views. That was the first one. That wasn't even the biggest video. That was the first one. And I was like, let me do the series. It was formulaic. Like I said, it could either become super stale or it will really, really work. And in this case, it actually really, really worked. That's why I'm trusting the process in these lives, because like, if I do these lives for long enough, I think it'll really work. And I think I could really build something that's a little bit more personal with my fans. But anyways, when I did the series, we got from 200,000 views to number two being 800,000. Almost a million views, right? 800,000 views. Number 3, 200,000 again. This is when I went super viral. And then boom, 1 million. Fourth video, 1 million. Just by trusting the process. Dude, before that, I had 1,000 followers. 1,000. 1,000. And I reached 1 million people in 4 days. Yo, trust the process, but also like, if you have a formula and it works, keep it up, you know? Make a formula that works. Don't be formulaic for the sake of pleasing others, but do it for the sake of like building something. If you're going to make a formula, build something with it. Don't just let it be the be all end all. You still have to experiment and stuff. This was an experiment for me. And then that wasn't even the biggest video. Number 6 got to 1.2. And then I think it was number 9. That was truly the biggest one at 3.6 million views. Bro, I went like literally viral. And it exploded. My page exploded. I got hundreds of thousands of followers. And like I said, it was dope, but I became formulaic, bro. And it eventually, like, I just felt like I built something, but at the same time I didn't, because I was still eating off of that momentum. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, I feel like with this, I'm really building something. I'm talking to you guys. We're doing it together. We're building kind of a connection more. And hopefully people feel more inclined to be here than to just look at my post, press like, and scroll past and forget about me for the rest of the day. Hopefully here we can chill for an hour or so, talk to each other, learn about each other, and just like be genuinely good friends. Articulately put, my friend, unpredictability and subtlety while doing so is one of the funnest parts about doing what you love. Dude, that series was insanely dope. Yeah, it was dope. And it started the Inkstructor thing. And I love that name. You know what I mean? Like, Inkstructor was probably the best thing I did because it opened doors for me. It opened a lot of doors for me. I met a lot of my creative heroes. I met a lot of people who, you know, I look up to. And it was just crazy to even imagine that people that I once thought were like out of my league, or like I was never going to be able to reach that door, I reached it in a year. All because I didn't give up. The formula is good for showing up and not giving up. That's what the formula is good for. But there's a difference between formula and just being predictable, bro. Like, you always got to do different stuff. You don't want to remain stagnant. And that's what I was talking about earlier. Like, me wanting to learn how to tattoo is just another version of that. It's another way for me to say, hey, I'm going to remain unpredictable. I'm going to step into all types of territory that I've never been in before. Fuck being scared, right? Forget about being scared and just do it. Because doing it is the only way you'll ever reach something else, and the only way you'll ever learn if you actually like doing the thing, right? You can't say, you know, when people say, oh, I don't eat seafood, right, before they even tried it, or I was one of those people. But it's like, that's how it works. A lot of people say they don't like something before they even try it. So just try it. Bro, I tried a series and it blew up in 4 days. It took me 4 days, literally 4 days. I don't think you guys understand that I was drawing and painting for years before those 4 days. And it instantly just was a skyrocket. But also, man, like, there's another side to that I'll get into in a little bit. But like, there's another side to it where you get obsessed with the numbers, man. And that shit will really, really either boost your ego or like put you in a creative rut. Because when the numbers are up, you're fueled up and you're ready to go. But when the numbers are down, bro, it's like, oh, bro, it's like soul crushing. Like right now, I was at 200 something thousand followers. I was like 205 at the end of 2024. I was at like 205,000 followers. I'm not even at 200,000 anymore. I'm at 199. Every day I'm losing followers because I've been a little less consistent on Instagram trying to build up my YouTube. And that's a fair trade, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't ask for everything. I can't do everything. So I'm putting my energy to something that I feel is a little bit more worth it this time around, which is YouTube. I think here I have more of an opportunity to connect with the community compared to Instagram and just the doom scrolling of Instagram, the environment of like doom scrolling. Like, it's cool to grow, but I think here is where my brand will truly thrive. And you build trust with your audience, man. I think that's another thing that I didn't do last year, is just build enough trust with the people that I communicate with daily on there. I feel like when I tried to sell my first workshop, man, I thought like, oh man, I got 200,000 followers. I'm going to freaking, you know, this thing's going to be a piece of cake. And I think only like 20 people bought the workshop. And it was like, oh, okay, yeah, these people still don't trust me. They just like my content, which is cool. Like, I ain't mad at it. You know what I mean? It's a learning experience. At the end of the day, all of this stuff is learning. And you can't be mad at people for not trusting you, because I don't know if I would trust this guy. You know, this guy's, yeah, he's teaching art, but like, what are your credentials, bro? Like, what do you do? And I think that's where the idea of tattooing also comes in, where it's like the credibility of having a career in some type of art, right? Even if it's just tattooing, I could say, yeah, I do art for a living. You can learn from me because I do this for money. And if you want to make money doing this, I can show you the way. Hopefully I can get to that point, you know, because that shit's dope. Like, teaching people is a passion of mine. I started teaching animation at a high school, but animation is something that, to me, I'm not very passionate about. I like doing it, but I wouldn't consider myself passionate to animate as much as I am passionate about pen and ink drawing, or as passionate as I am about, you know, this art style. The thing about animation, or just project based art, right? I'm terrible with project based art. I'm more of a one-off illustration kind of guy, and tattoos is really that. It's just a one-off illustration. You do it once and you move on to the next piece, and that's where I really thrive. That's where I loved painting, you know, painting, drawing. I just love illustration. I'm not really a big fan of not painting, project based artworks. It's very difficult for me to do. It's very, very hard for me to just stay focused on one thing for so long. Is super hard. Appreciate you, bro. Like, you've been a fan for a long time. Not to call you a fan, I don't really like calling people fans, but like, you've been a supporter for a very long time, bro. And like, you were there for the early stages of like Azo Arts, you know. And Azo Arts, to me, was the beginning of something very special. And like, I didn't even know how far I was gonna get when I even started this thing, because originally I was into music, lost a passion for that, and really just decided to tap into that old intuition of mine, which was to be an artist. And then from being an artist turned into an art teacher. And now I'm trying to go back to being the student and learn tattoo and just design in general. Trusting my artistic talents and hopefully making a living from it, man. It's making a living doing art feels impossible, bro. Like, at certain points, I just feel like, because I work a regular job like anybody else. And when you work a regular job, it's very easy to get discouraged and say, you know, am I wasting my time doing this? Like, but at the end of the day, even if I tried to give up doing this, I don't even think I can't give up doing this. I can't do it. I cannot go a day without thinking about creative work. I just can't do it, bro. It's not in my I'm just not wired like that. I just can't not create. If I don't create, it's like I get like itchy, bro. Like I just, bro, it's like I have to scratch that itch. I think I'm like addicted to this shit. I've been doing it for so long. It feels weird if I don't. And like, I really love what I do, bro. Like, at the end of the day, you gotta love what you do. Thank God for music. For real, I got my headphones on right now. I'm so sad that I can't give y'all music, but YouTube is crazy with the copyright rules. Like, I don't know. I don't know if you guys feel like that. Like, if you have any hobbies, like, if I don't do my hobby right now, it is kind of a hobby. I don't do it for a living. I want to do it for a living. And honestly, that idea scares a lot of people too, right? Doing what you love for a living, right? Where it becomes your source of income, that's risky too. But like, there's days where like, if I'm not able to create, bro, I just feel weird. I feel off. Same with the gym. Yesterday, I decided, hey, I'm gonna stay home, not go to the gym. I'm not gonna go to the gym. I'm just gonna enjoy my day, and I couldn't even enjoy it because I just too guilty of not doing, not too guilty of not being in the gym. I'm like, how does that even, what? Ay, ay, ay. It's difficult also to convince people like, nah, I do have what it takes. I feel like a lot of people don't really give the benefit of the doubt very easily. A lot of people think like making a living with art, for example, like if I was to sit here, I remember when I was living at my mom's house and I told her like, yo, I think I'm going to start doing art. And she's like, well, you're going to still keep your job, right? And right there, I was just kind of like, damn, should I even do it? And it's like, I love my mom. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not sitting here shitting on my mom, but it was like when people don't give you that like push, like, oh, do the thing, it does kind of get in your head, and you're gonna be like, oh man, is this even worth doing? Am I fit? Yes. The answer is always yes. Unless you really can't sing, bro, then just give it up. Like, there's just certain like, I can't sit here and go to the NBA, but like art, that's a learnable talent. Everything is learnable, I think, to a certain excuse me, to a certain extent. You can learn anything, but what people don't understand, right, is like you can you can still be in the art community, or like do artistic work even if you're not an artist, right? Let's say you're not an artist but you love artists and you want to have some type of creative job. You don't have to be an artist, you can be a writer, right? Let's say, oh, I love animation but I can't draw for shit. Why don't I write something? Or why don't I make the music or sound design? There's always other levels to the craft other than drawing. So if you're really a creative person, you should try to exercise different skills. And that's what I mean by just experimenting, just gotta, you just gotta like lock in sometimes and find your talents, bro. Because if I had given up on this on my first painting, like, bro, I wouldn't even, who knows what I'd be doing right now if I gave up after the first one. Mind you, I've been drawing since a kid, but like a lot of people, that's another like thing that I really hate. A lot of people, they kind of give that vibe like, oh, you draw? I used to draw when I was a kid. I fucking hate that shit, bro. What are you trying to say? Like, you think I'm just fucking, like, what are you trying to say? Oh, I used to draw when I was a kid, but I quit drawing. And it's like, bro, are you trying to call me like childish? What are you trying to say? I don't like that shit. Peter said, dude, I'm absolutely a fan 100% and always will be. Stop being humble. I started doing music, bro, and I have fallen in love for sure. What do you do? Like play guitar? Drums, keys, vocals, Oh, or like, oh, that brings me back to my last point that I was talking about. Like, there's always jobs in the creative field. So let's say you can't sing. You can learn to record the singer, bro. And what you would do for yourself, you could do it for the people that actually have the talent, and they will love you for that. Because a lot of singers don't know how to record, and a lot of people who record don't know how to sing. I mean, nowadays everybody does everything, but thanks to content, and that's what I mean by like everything is teachable, everything is learnable. But there's always a workaround, man. You can always find your way in the things that you love. There's always new ways to get in there. All right, let me get back to drawing. But yeah, Pete, what are you doing for music? Share your work, man. Like I said, my whole brand changed in 4 days just because I believed in. You got to believe in your work, bro. You know, even if it takes years, like just believe in it. Don't let it be something that's just, you know, believe in what you do. Is all I'm saying. Believe in what you do, because if you don't believe in it, nobody else will, man. Like I said, when I started doing art, my own mom told me, like, are you sure you want to do that? You still gonna keep your job? And that was tough to hear, but it was like her reality. You know, she didn't know she didn't know that I could make money doing art. She didn't know that. And like, she's not very aware of the power of social media and how possible it is. But like, just create something for the release of it. Like, just how you said it's a nice release, it's even more of a release when you put it out into the world, because the world responds. Even if they don't at first, you will see people will come up to you and be like, yo, I heard your song. Yo, I see what you're doing, bro. Keep it up. Those little things, they go a long way, man. Especially like psychologically. You don't have to release your everything you create. You know, if I did that, then I'd probably be annoying, because I'm always making stuff. But like, just if you're proud of something, right, and you're like, damn, like, oh, I love this, put it out, bro. Put it out. You never know what's gonna happen. You never know. You literally never know. Like, I mean that in the most serious way. Like, bro, you literally never know the opportunities that could present themselves. You never know the people who are listening. I'm pretty sure there's this like really amazing video. I'm gonna show it in a second. But there's this really amazing video of Tyler the Creator talking about that. That idea of like, you never know who's watching. Oh man, the way he put it was like, seriously. Oh man, I remember when I heard that, it's like, bro, I instantly wanted to draw. I just like, shit like that just makes me so happy to know, like, that idea of like, you never know who's watching. Like I said, I met so many of my art heroes through Inkstructor. And a year ago, you would have told me that, like, yo, this guy follows you. I would have been like, you're out of your mind. Yo, you were on a phone call with this guy. I would have been like, what? Yeah, right. You know, shout out to Ben Eblin, amazing artist. My boy Christian put me in a call with him, and like, bro, I was like fangirling the fuck out. I was fangirling the fuck out, man. I'm like, yo, there's no way this is real right now. And he was like, dude, I see what you do. That's great. So, I don't know. Enjoy it. I think I'm like super hyper detailing this little small detail, but maybe I'm just gonna do like some top shading on this thing. I gotta get this thing done. We're pushing 2 hours here. It's just shading. Thank you guys for sticking around, man. I feel like I've had like good, you know, concurrent viewers. People stuck around for the show this time. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Pete, thank you for keeping the stream alive with this conversation too. The last streams have been just me talking to myself, and that's not the easiest thing to do. So, I really appreciate your contribution, bro. Damn, I feel like my lips are getting mad dry talking. I don't got chapstick on me. Fuck. All right. Beads. Now I'm gonna turn on symmetry. Oh man. Here we go, the final boss. I'm actually having so much fun though. If one person told you they loved your song, it would mean the world to you. Bro, that person's gonna be me. I'm telling you right now. You never know who's watching, bro. I'm gonna show you the video. I'm gonna show you. I'm sure you've probably seen it, but it's truly like such a beautiful idea of, you know, just believe in it, bro. To believe in the work. I feel like a lot of people don't put enough faith in their talent or just their ability. I don't know. I just feel like a lot of people just doubt their abilities, doubt themselves. And like that's normal part of the process, but if you don't ever get over it, you know, your dreams will never come true, bro. Like dreaming is so powerful. You can literally, I know manifesting is such like a buzzword right now, but like, bro, manifestation, just like putting it out there, bro. Just putting it out there, man. Just literally just putting it out there, bro. Just put it out. Putting it into the world, brother. You like the universe's energy is immense, and it is enough to go around. It's so true. You'll know your calling because it will keep calling. And that's what art was to me. It's something that always comes back. Always comes back to me. And I'm sure that's how you feel about music, you know? Like, when you're doing it, you don't realize it, but, bro, that voice in your head comes from somewhere. Thank you, man, for real. No problem, bro. It's all about believing in yourself, man. Like, and I'm not trying to be on some, like, super corny, like, oh, believe in yourself because, well, nah. Bro. To be honest, I'm not even a huge fan of that stuff, but I read a lot, man, and I learned a lot in this past year of just putting stuff out there, man, and, like, it sticks. It will stick, bro. Like, there's no doubt about it. You can build. It doesn't have to be hundreds. That's another thing that people get fucked up. Like, bro, it doesn't have to be hundreds of thousands of people. It could be literally be 100 people. It could be 10 people. It could be, bro, 50 people. You ever seen the meme? It's like this is what 50 people look like in a room. So when you see 50 likes in your post, you know, this is what it would look like in real life. And it's like, holy shit, 50 people is way more people than you think. 100 people is way more people than you think. And it starts small, bro. It always gonna start small. Can't expect it to be something huge right off the bat, but you will get better and you will improve. You'll always improve, and the goal should always to be improve. The goal is always to find that missing puzzle piece and put it where it belongs, and saying, okay, now I'm starting to see the full picture. As the puzzle comes together, you start to see that full picture and say, okay, this is why I had to learn this, or this is why, you know, I had to buy this and add this to the process, or this is why I had to find somebody for this part of it because I can't do it myself. Collaboration is something that I, you know, greatly lack in. Like, I seriously need to find more collaborators. I need to accept help a little bit more than just always trying to do everything myself. That's why I asked you earlier if you're like in a band or like if you're doing it solo. Because music is definitely a collaborative effort. Same with animation. Animation is a collaborative effort. All those project-based environments are collaborative efforts. And I feel like tattooing isn't. So I think it fits more me because I'm more of a lone creator. So you kind of gotta like find your lane. Guys, we're reaching the end. Let's go. Let's go. Final stretch. Let's go. What time is it? 5:53. Yeah, no, I gotta get going. Not yet though. Not yet though. But I do want to go to the gym. And I want to be there for a little bit because I'm having so much fun. Yo, Pete, thank you so much for this conversation, bro. Truly, I thank you, bro. Like, this has been an amazing conversation. And I hope to see you more often because you're inspiring me just having this, bro. Like, I always love talking about this stuff. Like, not even in a self-centered kind of way where it's like, yeah, look what I did, bro. Like, nah, that's not what I'm trying to say. I'm saying that it's possible. And I'm still learning every day. And I'm still trusting my gut telling me, hey, bro, you can do this. You can fucking do it. There's nobody here to tell you that you can't. The only person that can tell you that you can is you, bro. People are always going to say you can't. Literally. Everybody's always going to say you can't do it. And if they see you do it, they'll be the first ones to say that, oh, I told you could do it, bro. I knew you could do it. I always knew you had it in you, bro. And it's like, bro, I remember what you told me. You thought I was crazy when I started this. Or you looked at me funny, you know? You thought, oh no. Meanwhile, the whole time I had to tell myself, fuck that. You got this. You got this, bro. And don't let nobody take you off of that path. No matter how much you love them. Because this is your life, bro. And you create your own realities. You create your own realities. And if you believe enough to put it out there, you give something, you're going to get something back. That's just the law of attraction, bro. You give something, you're going to get it back. Now, if you give out negative energy, you're going to get it back for sure. But if you put something positive out there in the world and like truly believe in your craft and people resonate with it, bro, it's always going to come back. The return will always come back. That's why I'm trying to trust it now. Like, you know, I'm always caught up in the numbers and caught up in just being the best at what I do. Not being the best in the world, but just being the best version of myself. I'm always caught up in that mindset of like, yo, I gotta be better. I gotta be better. And now I'm kind of like trying to ease up off of that, be a little bit kinder to myself and tell myself things like, yo, you're learning still. I'm 27, guys. Like, I'm 27. You know, it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking like, yo, I'm about to be almost 30. If I don't get it together now, I'm fucked. But it's like, bro, I'm still young. And like, even 30 is still young. 30 is still young. You are not washed at 30. But that's why I'm staying in the gym, taking care of my health and doing the things that I need to do. Wow, bro, I cannot believe I just did this. Yo, what the hell got into me, brothers? Now I'm going to clean up some of this line work. Let's erase these links. All right, guys, we're reaching the end. I'm going to do some highlight work. I really appreciate everybody that was here. This has been the most viewed stream I had yet. Seriously. Most views yet. So thank you. I got 2 viewers right now, but like as I saw the heads poke in here, we've definitely had some more heads than usual. So we got it. 100%. Thank you, dude. It's been nice to listen and shut my mouth for a change. You have a great insight, dude. Thank you, bro. Thank you, thank you. It's all part of the process, man. Like, just believing in your skills, believing in your talent. There you go. Boom. Finished.
You never know who's watching. Like, y'all don't know how many people's pages I be on YouTube's listening to them. You don't know who's watching. I found Rex Orange County. Found that man on YouTube. And I'm like, this is amazing. I had 6 views. You are talented. Now he's killing it. And that's happened so many times. You never know who's watching. So the thing that you think, damn, I put so much time into this, no one's seen it, or oh, was the payoff good? Like, man, you never know what that payoff might mean to someone else. Keep running whatever you're doing.
And that right there is how I'm ending the stream. Yo, words of wisdom. You never know who's watching, so keep going, yo. Keep going. Keep it up. Whatever it is you do, love what you do and believe in your art, believe in your craft. Yo, thank you guys for pulling up. I really, really appreciate it. Give it up to all of the people that stuck around for hours. Again, here's the last look. Pete, I really appreciate you for jumping in the chat. Daniel, I really appreciate you for pulling up in the chat. Everybody who was in the chat today, thank you guys so much. And even if you just pulled up to watch for a little bit, I really, really appreciate you. Yo, until next time, Ink with Inkstructor number 4. We're gonna do some new drawings. We finished this one up. I might end up throwing this on a t-shirt or some type of garment. So if you fuck with the design, the support is truly appreciated. So thank you guys again for pulling up to Ink with Inkstructor, and I will see you in the next one.